What is the actual importance of reminding people to secondhand? Guys, how are we doing? Spencer Line here. For those that don't, this video is going to tell you all about me and where I've been and what I've done and why I'm here right now. So reminding people of secondhand. What I'm referring to when I talk about this is why is it important to actually remind people that buy sustainably through vintage or secondhand clothing? And I think it's in the same way you look at the food industry. If you buy something that's good for you, it has little green charts on the bottom or amber or red, giving you indications about what this content is going to do as a result of consuming it. So you look at cereal, it'll give you the greens or it'll give you the ambers. You look at other things and it tells you the fat content, all these things. And that's one of the main reasons why it's important to remind secondhand. Certain companies are very smart with how they do this, and they will literally have an email marketing system and structure where they tell you what carbon emissions you're reducing as a result of buying this product, giving that sense of community working towards something. You might not be at that stage where you've got a website, you might be just selling on Depop, Vinted, eBay or Etsy. And one of the main points here is why should we remind people to buy secondhand? Not even just why should we remind people, but what is the importance of reminding people? Now, I've made a few videos before talking about how to market sustainability through, and secondhand comes in a little bit of a similar way. Now, we've done videos before where we've covered the stigma of secondhand and looking at the way that people already look at secondhand, which almost reinforces why it's important to remind people about secondhand. So I'm referring to the people who purchase from you and the way that you communicate with them, or the way that you have a narrative on your website or your stores telling people about the importance of secondhand. The reason why that's important is for a number of reasons. I personally believe that if people feel like they're a part of a community and they're doing something together, then they feel more inclined to be a part of it. There's a big proportion of the world that does feel disconnected with life, and feeling connected through a consumering type of way is something that's super key. You don't buy a box of Cheerios and go, yes, I'm helping other people eat cereal. You just go, I'm just gonna get Cheerios because it's got more greens. However, secondhand, because of the stigma it has, needs that reinforcement of a community purpose. People need to know the benefits of buying secondhand in a way that doesn't feel patronizing to them, but feels like they can say, I've done that. So say for example, let's use the reference of denim jeans. To make a new pair of denim jeans uses 2,700 litres of fresh drinking water. Okay, fresh drinking water, it's water that can be consumed. It's not unsanitary water, it's drinking water. For every time somebody buys a pair of secondhand denim jeans, you half and half and half the responsibility of that water that's used. So I know it's a bit crazy to think, but say 10 people have worn the same pair of jeans, that's 270 litres of water per person per consumption, which is much better than one person wearing one pair of denim jeans at 2,700 litres. The reason why that's important is because as you stretch out and zoom in on the photo, there's millions of people buying one pair of jeans versus not many people wearing the same pair. And it's thinking about ways to actually reinforce the importance of secondhand in a way that doesn't feel patronizing, doesn't feel like you're telling people that they are shit if they don't, and makes people feel good about the fact that they've purchased. Remember, the consumer's gonna know that you feel good that they've purchased because they've purchased from you, but you need to sort of add that information like, how cool is this? You just bought this graphic vintage secondhand t-shirt, and as a result, you've saved this from this. As a result, you've done this from this. You know, one thing we have with our mailing bags is we tell you exactly some of the things that you do as a result of buying secondhand. So this is what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna get the thumbnail right here. I need to stop doing those faces, but unfortunately, that is my face. Working on a way to communicate the importance of secondhand without patronizing those, making people feel like a community, and working in a way to help people. Imagine that. Imagine if you had an item of clothing. I've just had an idea. You think about the cereal box analogy. You think about this food chart with like the green to amber to red. Imagine an item of clothing on the website that's got 4 bits at the bottom that have like green, amber or red. And it's like wearability, green, this. You think about that in that placement, and that's almost actually a really good idea that I've just shared with you. You can have that one for free, YouTube, and I hope you enjoy it, because what we need to do is we need to break the stigma by encouraging people and break it in a way that doesn't make people feel stupid for not buying secondhand. One of the biggest problems and the biggest frictional points is with people who are new to buying secondhand is that they feel like either you're calling them a shithead or they just feel like, I'm gonna live to this stigma of what secondhand is. We have to break it down to people in a simple way that doesn't feel like we're condescending. Let me know your thoughts on this one. I wanna know more. I wanna know if there's something that I can cover in a video. If you want more videos from me, they're not behind there. They're actually down below on the Patreon link, £4.50 a month, videos, voice notes, and a bit of this and that. It's mostly live thoughts by me and stuff that I might not even tell you on here. In fact, if you're seeing it on Patreon, it's definitely not gonna be on here. So check out the Patreon if you wanna get involved. Can I say it one more time? Patreon. Guys, stay safe, stay original, stay you. I hope I've got this mic on. Phew, I did. I had a minute where I was like, oh my God, have I got it on? Yeah, Enjoy your days, guys. Trust your processes. Whatever you're doing, don't take it too seriously. Just make sure you're enjoying what you're doing and enjoying that process. Don't stress about it, okay?